Everyone, welcome back for another session with Math Buddy. We're going to be learning about greatest common factor. So we're going to be using this instrument which is called Cuisenaire rods to find the greatest common factor between two numbers. So again, what do we mean by factors? Factors, as we have seen in a prior activity, factors are building blocks. So we can find out, let's say if this is a rod of length 10. So length 10 of Cuisenaire rod. So if you count this, there will be 10 divisions, right? And when we learnt about factors, we found that the rod of length 1 can be used to build this rod of length 10. If I place 10 of these rods of length 1, I'll be able to build a rod of length 10. Or I can use a rod of length 2, which is the red rod. I can use these also to build the rod of length 10, right? So if I place 5 of these rods of length 2, that will also give me a rod of length 10. And I'll not be able to use the rod of length 3 or 4, and I'll be able to use 2 rods of length 5 also to build a rod of length 10. Now when we talk about greatest common factor, common factor means we need to have two numbers, right? We are basically finding something which is common between the two numbers. So let's say I want to find the greatest common factor between 10 and 15. So what we do is we find all the factors of 10. So as we just did, the factors of 10 are 1. I can have a rod of length 2 and 5. So these are the factors of 10. Next we will find all the factors of the number 15. So to get 15, what you do is you just place a rod of length 10 and then you attach a rod of length 5. That's how we get 15. How do I find factors of 15? As usual, I can place 15 rods of length 1. So that will give me 15. So 1 is a factor of all the numbers, right? Then if I try the rod of length 2, you'll see that it doesn't fit because 15 is an odd number and I'll not be able to divide it by 2, right? If I try with 3, right, I'll be able to form a rod of length 15 if I place 5 of these rods, right? If I place 5 of these rods of length 3, I'll get 15. So 3 is a factor, right? So let's keep this here. So we'll keep all the rods of length, all the factors of 15 here. So there was rod of length 1, so rod of length 3. What other thing can be a factor? If I try a rod of length 4, that will not be a factor. So if I place rods of length 4 together, you will see that I'll not be able to form a rod of length 15. Again, it becomes 16, right? Can we try the rod of length 5? Yes, absolutely, I can, right? So if I place 3 of these rods, right, again, I'll be able to form a rod of length 15. So 5 is also a factor. So let's keep this back here, right? What other thing is there? 6 cannot be a factor, 7 cannot be a factor, 8 cannot be a factor. These are the only 3 factors of the rod of the number 15. So out of these things, so we have factors of the number 10 here and factors of the number 15 here. Which are the common ones? 1 is a common factor, it's there in both cases. Then 5 is a common factor, right? It's there in both the cases. And out of these two common factors, which is the greatest common factor? It's a rod of length 5. So we call the number 5 as the greatest common factor between 10 and 15. So that's how we do this activity. It's very simple. While it looks like a very complicated mathematical term, greatest common factor, you just find factors of both the numbers, find the common ones between the two, and then find the one that's the greatest among these. So I hope you enjoyed this activity, and there are lots of questions in the workbook. So go ahead and try to model greatest common factor the same way. Thank you.